Hello, I'm Stuart Mukmuk, Executive Producer and Managing Director here at Bizz 99.9 FM Substitute Radio. This is I Didn't Mean It Like That, the show full of bloopers, Freudian slips, misspeaking, ridiculous anecdotes, and random nonsense. Enjoy the carnage.
Quack Motherfucker. Quack. This would be great if it got wet. I could just sleep with it. That's my kind of activity. That's what I call a good game. Playgrounds used to be so, not boring, but it used to just be monkey bars, climb on, ladders, maybe a slide, and then some swings, and that was it. And nowadays, they got all these other things like climbing walls and hammock swing things and all kinds of stuff. Like this playground when I was a kid would have been like amazing. It would have been like a dream come true. I would probably spend hours on this playground, but now I'm an adult and I'm lazy. It's just hard work.
So, I grew up through the 1990s when personal computers were just getting started. And so I remember when I was like 4 and 5, 6, 7, when we got our home computer, it was like the very beginning of that sort of technology, when you stored data on floppy disks, when the only mice you would have would be the ones with the wheel. There was no such thing as the infrared mouse. When computer programs were very simple, when your games were just limited to the DOS games, and they were like the top-notch type of games. Other than that, you would just play Solitaire and Minesweeper. So it was clear from the very beginning that computers were an amazing thing, but as far as actually using them for doing anything productive, there was such limits. Luckily, I was really into writing, and so even from that early age, I used a lot of Microsoft Word to do a lot of writing, and so I didn't really feel that dissatisfied with what computers could offer me. By the time I was like in the middle of the 2000s, when you saw what computers could really do, now that they have proper processing power, and that you can actually have wireless keyboard, wireless mouse, infrared mouse detection, USBs, digital communications, actually using the internet. That's the other thing. Like the internet in the mid-90s was so weak that you couldn't really do anything.
Just send emails.
Yeah, and it was using very, very simple programming. Now the internet is capable of all sorts of things. I remember when YouTube was launched. I remember the first year it came into existence. So I feel like, as far as my age is concerned, I was able to see computing and the internet evolve over the course of my lifetime to what it is today. And I suppose someone who was a bit older, someone who grew up in the 80s, that would be much more so, because they would have seen the days before personal computers came into real popular existence, and they would see the full evolution of it.
I remember the first times that I used the internet was when I was really young, like maybe 5 or 6. The first things I did was I went on Barbie.com, and there was like some games on it, but they weren't really games. They were just sort of like put your dress on Barbie and like paint some colours on things and stuff. Yeah, that was the first thing I did. And then there wasn't really anything that I did on the internet other than for schoolwork, when we had to do research, and that was about it. But I don't think I ever actually looked at YouTube until like 2010 or 11 or something, because I didn't really spend much time on the internet at all, other than for school. YouTube was like super amazing, and I really got into YouTube.
I remember when I was first introduced to YouTube, where one of my school friends talked about a fun kids show that existed in the 90s, and he just kept obsessing about it. Like, he just wanted to bring up any conversation that existed. He just wanted to bring up that kids show. And so he said, look, Justin, you should watch these old episodes of this kids show from the 90s. Here, go on this website called YouTube, which has all the episodes there. And he didn't actually explain to me how to get to youtube.com. He just said, go to YouTube. And so I didn't know that it was Y-O-U tube. Instead, I just put it as a U.
I thought that as well.
And so I typed U, the letter U, tube. The only things that came up were the actual plumbing, a tube, which is called the U tube, which you put at the bottom on a sink where the water pools. And I just did not understand, why would he want me to search this? I must have created many different YouTube channels over the years. I created one where there's only one video attached to it, and it's of a fake radio program that my brother made, where he pretended to be a newsreader and he read out the scores of the Yemen Soccer League, and so he spouted all these fake team names, all these fake scores, as if he was reporting the latest round of the Yemen Soccer League. That was back in 2006, and the video is still up, the channel is still up, and it has about 100 views, and there's only one comment, and it's in Arabic, and I haven't translated it yet, but I would imagine if you translate it, it would be like, this video is a load of nonsense. Another YouTube channel I created was my first attempt at converting my club cricket recordings onto YouTube, and so I found a way. It was a very informal, very clumsy way of converting analog to digital, and so I created for about 30 seconds of my cricket recordings, and that's all I uploaded. We ended up calling it something like Bush Cricket. I recorded that in like 2006 as well, and that's got like 1,000 views.
Welcome back. Did you enjoy your little trip into that weird and disturbing world? This has been I Didn't Mean It Like That on Bizz 99.9 FM Substitute Radio. I'm Stuart Mugmuk. Until next time, stay safe, be kind to those around you, and be very careful before you open your mouth.